pushing for the borough to communicate with constituents more frequently across, a whole host of platforms. Another issue we are really hammering is improved services and quality of life. So I'm in Bergen County, and this county, notoriously, we pay a lot of taxes. And my running mates and I firmly believe that Allendale taxpayers deserve a better return on their dollar. Several neighboring towns have much better municipal public services like curbside branch pickups, leaf collection, and after storms, for example. We had one in March where so many trees and branches were down, the town was without power for up to a week, and there was no effort on the borough level to help residents collect the storm debris and get rid of it. It was literally upon the residents to find a way to get these trees and branches and everything off their own properties. And we don't think that's right. And we'd also really like to invest in our parks and protect our open spaces. We have parks and playgrounds that they're good, but not great. And given the fact that so many of Allendale's residents are families with small children, we'd really just like to invest some more in parks and playgrounds.
So there is a lot of excitement about voting and elections this year, and a lot of sort of up and down the ballot races that people are thinking about and excited about. The turnout for elections in Allendale seems to typically be about 2,000 people. Do you think that turnout is likely to be higher this year? Do you think that there are more people registering to vote, coming out to vote? What does that kind of look like?
I would like to think that it's going to be a higher voter turnout. I do know that in the past year, a good number of newly registered Democrats are now on the voter rolls, which is good. It's just a matter of will you actually show up to vote. But like you said, down the ticket, we have a senator and a congressman up for re-election. So while midterm elections might not be as sexy as presidential elections, for example, I'm hoping because there are federal candidates on the ticket that might help drive more people to want to come out and vote down the ticket. So we shall see, but I'm hopeful. And, part of what we're doing while we're canvassing and going door to door is making sure that people are registered to vote and encouraging them to get to the polls on November 6th. I mean, really hammering that in to all of our messaging. So hopefully people will show up in droves. Who knows? But I am hopeful because there seems to be a lot of enthusiasm.
Is there anything else that you want to make sure that we talk about?
Just quickly about diversity. As I've mentioned a few times, this has been a single-party borough government for decades. And really, unified single-party governments just aren't a good deal for taxpayers, right? Neither party has a monopoly on wisdom, and I'm a big believer that competition is going to yield better outcomes. When there's competition, it makes everybody kind of responsible and accountable and strive to do better. So that is one thing that I think is often overlooked, is how good competition is for everybody, both residents, my political opponents, my team. It keeps everybody on their toes.
So this seems really exciting, and I'm so glad that people like you are stepping up this year. I was just listening to another podcast, no names, but much bigger than ours, where they were talking about the importance for the future of women running for office this year, even if they don't win their elections, and how important it is that those women are getting experience, and that, like you said, that your daughter is seeing this, is seeing you run, and is seeing that as something that's normal and important. And so, of course, we very much hope that you do win, and are definitely supporting your campaign. But I think it's so important just that women up and down the ticket everywhere are running for office, and so I'm so excited to see that.
I could not agree more.
All right. Well, excellent. So we will be watching Allendale, New Jersey, famously former home of Jim Comey.
That's right.
There may be other famous former residents, but that's the one that comes to my mind. And now famously home of Maureen Shaw. So,
well, thank you.
So thank you so much for joining me. And I hope we can connect with you again later after the election and see how things went.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thanks for listening to Two Broads Talking Politics. Our theme song is called Are You Listening? Off the album Elephant-Shaped Trees by the band Imunari, and we're using it with express permission of the band. Our logo and all original artwork is by Matthew Weflin and is done expressly for Two Broads Talking Politics. We can be found on our website at twobroadstalkingpolitics.com. You can reach us by email at twobroadstalkingpolitics@gmail.com, on Twitter at twobroadstalk, on Facebook and Instagram, and you can support us on patreon.com. You can find our podcast on Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify, iHeartRadio, TuneIn, and anywhere podcasts are found. If you are interested in advertising on Two Broads Talking Politics, please email us at twobroadstalkingpolitics@gmail.com.